everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of two games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Lions going up against the Bears. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little. The 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Surveying the field. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Start of this next possession, the score 7-0. Now Cutler on first down. He's going to take another shot here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. He's going to try and go. He's got him in. Complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
He finds his target Royal. A very solid gain of 27.
Absolutely zero surprise at that throw we just saw. I mean, Jay Cutler has a whip for an arm.
He's had it since he won a state title at Heritage Hills High School in Southern Indiana.
Where in Southern Indiana, though?
Well, he's born in Santa Claus. How about that?
That's pretty strong right there.
Nearby to my hometown of Evansville. Bet you've never been there, have you?
I have not been there, but I'm looking forward to being invited for a holiday cheer.
You're invited. Put that on your bucket list.
Thank you.
Now Cutler. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown? When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down stitch. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did.
Start this next possession, the score 7-0. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyron Walker able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Now Cutler on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Now it's Tate. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting... 2 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter. The offense gets ready to take over. They'll throw on 1st down with Cutler. Jeffrey with a catch left side.
Holding defense.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Cutler will throw. And that's incomplete. Eddie Royal is intended target, and it brings up 4th down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now it's Bears first-year kicker Connor Barth for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score... Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something...
Looking for Jeffrey, and the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 40. And he will be brought down as time... Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Now Cutler looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Cutler to throw on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guy. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls in. Complete.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Remember how much we enjoyed watching him last week?
It's the same thing this week. Look at those numbers.
I'd hate to be a defender right now because no matter what they're throwing at him in terms of coverages, he's finding ways to defeat it. And even when he's covered, he's not.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey. To start this next possession, the score 7-0. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, and this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards. Red zone opportunity.
Well, he took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jeremy Langford. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball.
And open is Jeffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Foul shot. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive. And that's caught inside the 35. Cutler to Jeffrey on the hook up there. 48 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. His throw incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked. To start this next possession, the score 7-0. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Royal making the catch over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. On 2nd down, Langford. And he's going to get... And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cutler's going to throw it. Checks it underneath to Langford. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jeremy Langford. Start of this next possession, the score 7-0. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Cutler kneels on it, and that should just about do it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know,